All right, hello everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. Today, we will answer some Muslims, Abdul's from the comments, and we have an update from our friend who called us yesterday. When they call me, they are like, rabbits, and then when they hang up in the comment section, they call me names. So yesterday we have this guy. His name is Qasim, something like this. So I will play a little bit of what he said to you, not to me, because the purpose is supposedly is to lie to you. Just to refresh your memory, just to show you how easy to prove Muslims are, how they lie when they defend their cult. Never take Islam from Muslims, because Muslims never share Islam, the true Islam, with you, as long you are not a Muslim. And even sometimes they lie to themselves. If you remember yesterday, this person, he called me, and he is the one who chose the topic. Just to refresh your memory. And by the way, if you are there in the chat, let me know so I can take your call, because yesterday you hang up and you run away. So this is what he said to me yesterday. You don't take it off. So this is from the previous call. Now he will call me soon. An elephant or elephant, it says elephant. So you stupid, you cannot take it off unless it's not part of the name. We have Muhammad Qasim waiting. Go ahead. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
Good, good. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So do you want to have a debate on the breastfeeding verse?
Oh, you want to talk about breastfeeding? Go ahead.
Yeah, so if you can give me a time to speak.
Sure, no problem. I'm listening, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, firstly, the hadith that you started off the discussion with, which was about goat eating the verse, that's actually weak. And I'll read the taqreej of it. Yeah, it's weak. If you look, Muhammad ibn Ishaq is narrating with the word an, which makes it weak. You can find the scholars grading it in Sheikh Shu'aib Arnout.
Okay.
He's classed as weak in the classification of Muslim Ahmad. So this narration about goat eating, that part is weak. But even let's say if it was reliable, right? I think Darul Salam, they put it as Hassan. Even if it is reliable, it doesn't take away from the ijma of the Sahaba, the consensus of the Sahaba, that the Quran is preserved. So that's one thing.
Okay,
talk about the
what is the verse? Okay, my friend, what is the verse of a breastfeeder for adult in the Quran then?
Like I said, it's weak.
Weak. Like I said, it's weak. Like I said, it's weak. Like I said, it's weak. What does that mean? I mean, even the page there, it says it is Hassan, which means good. For those cowards, because they are ashamed of their prophet and their cult, now they are trying to make it. By the way, even weak is accepted. So this is what he says, weak. Weak is accepted. So when you call it weak, you idiot. It's not rejected. There's rejected and there is accepted. So weak, it had a rank. It's not thrown out as... what his name, Sheikh Hamza, he says, those who use the weak hadith as an argument, this is a weak argument. But look at this now. I will ask him, okay, what about the verses? I ask him, what is the verses of 10-time breastfeeding? Where we can find those verses? Forget about the goat eating the Quran. Because now he says the Quran is preserved, right? Okay.
Even if it is reliable, it doesn't take away from the ijma of the Sahaba, the consensus of the Sahaba, that the Quran is preserved. So that's one thing.
Okay,
talk about the
what is the verse? Okay, my friend, what is the verse of a breastfeeder for adult in the Quran then?
Like I said, it's weak. It's a weak hadith.
So if there is verses given to Muhammad about breastfeeding for adult or not?
Not for adult.
No, not for adult. Just to show you how easy, this guy, he hung up yesterday, he ran and his tail between his legs. And he was saying, go and see Fifi answering Christian Prince. You and Fifi and Mimi and Didi don't dare. You see, this is why you run away, you potato. This is Sahih Muslim. I remember he is the one who said Sahih Muslim is accepted. Sahih al-Bukhari is accepted. This is Sahih Muslim saying. I will make everybody in the world laugh at you and at your prophet. Both of you are a scam. Do you think really those Muslims do not know that this is not a weak hadith? Don't you think that they are lying to their teeth? I mean, why he is saying, no, the prophet did not give 10, Allah did not give verses of 10 time of adult for, you know, for Muhammad or for the Muslims. Why he said that? It's in the front of you. What came from the Quran, it was 10 time breastfeeding. 10 time breastfeeding. What is the verses of 10 time breastfeeding? And which ones ever mentioned? The only one we know, it is for adult. And if the Quran is preserved, so the Quran had or supposed to have 10 time breastfeeding for adult. Or even if you want to say not for adult, where we can find them. And then it says, and this is what yesterday he hung up. When I asked him, he said, it's abrogated. I said, where it's abrogated? Where is the abrogation? In the comment section, he posted hadith about the abrogation. But where are they in the Quran? Where is the 10 time breastfeeding in the Quran? And where is the 5 time breastfeeding in the Quran? It's not there. So they lie to their teeth because they are ashamed of their book. Muslim scholars, they have articles confirming that this is a true hadith, that the breastfeeding for adult is absolutely true. Nobody says this is da'if. You will notice when he was speaking to me, he says that part where the goat ate it, it's weak. Since when you can take a part and you don't accept the rest? The hadith is a hadith. You take it, you leave it. That part. So the rest is true? They cannot maintain their religion or protect their religion without lying. Look how many times this is reported. Look how many times. So where is, and you know, he was saying that rida is to drink milk, but it's even here in the hadith here is explaining how to suck it. لا تحرم المصة ولا المصتان. And he was saying this is not about direct touch. Yeah, so this is how those potatoes, you know, they try to defend their religion because they are bankrupt, and anything is embarrassing, they say to you it is weak. In the same time, even their website, it says good. And then they say, well, the scholars, they differ about it. I mean, what kind of a scholars this religion has? They cannot agree about anything. And the funny, he says the Sahaba, they agree with it. What Sahaba? Where is the Sahaba who agree with it, you idiot? He named for me people, they are not companion of Muhammad. And this is Aisha, the wife of their prophet, saying that, and the wife of the prophet, she is practicing breastfeeding for adult. I asked him, was she a filthy woman? She said, no, this is her opinion. But why the wife of Muhammad? None of the caliphate in her time, her father became a caliphate. Uthman, Umar, why none of them says to her, shame on you to do that, this is wrong? Not a single person said that to her. So anything is shameful, anything is disgrace to this cult, which is everything is about this cult is disgrace. Right away, the Muhammadan, they try to deny it and to cancel it from their religion and their culture. And as long it's proven to have 10 verses, 10 time breastfeeding, who can recite for us those verses? And who can recite the verses of the 5 time? Can you? Cowardly, they hang up, they run away because they knew what it's coming. And then they said to themselves, we can save ourselves by posting comment in the comment section. Oh, this verse is abrogated. The second you said it's abrogated is the same second you agreed that this was for every woman, not for that woman alone. Remember he said, oh, that was for only for that woman. And then when we ask him, okay, what is the purpose? If a man he drink milk of a woman, from a woman, is that going to forbid him from having sex with her, or she can be still lawful for him? He said still she can be lawful. So what's the point? You see, they just prove to us that the prophet is a perverted sex maniac person. He is mentally ill. He's making fun of them. So if that will not do any change, the man still can have sex with her, and he will not be considered as her son, which is very stupid religion to believe that somebody drinks some your milk became your son. And the Muslims, they say today to you that the Hindu are wrong, when the fact they are following Hindu culture. This is Hinduism. You drink the milk of the cow is a mother. So as long a man, he sucked the nipples of a woman, or even he claimed that he drank the milk, still he can have sex with her and he can even marry her. So what's the point of this? You see the stupidity? But by time, the Muslims, they notice how stupid this is. So they start to bury it. And this is what they are doing until now. Okay. So
no, there's nothing concrete to suggest that there was a verse about
so to understand what you are saying, you know, we are listening. You are saying it is weak even though the website says it's good.
Yeah, the scholars have differed upon it, so it's not reliable.
So who is the scholar who can decide what is good, what is bad in Islam? Like, it's up to you?
No, I've told you this is muhaddith. These are muhaddith, and they have said that this is.
And you know, funny, he don't speak Arabic, and then he throw Arabic word at us. This is muhaddith. Okay, what did muhaddith mean? Muhaddith is someone who's reporting, narrating. Stupid. I mean, look at the stupidity. Is it all the thing is somebody narrating something for you? No, this is the muhaddith. This is muhaddith. And because people do not know Arabic, suppose he said like he said a word have to do with a nuclear weapon. See the stupidity? Do you see how dumb they are? Muhaddith, it is muhaddith, it is muhaddith. So in their Islamic website, it is sahih, or good in the worst scenario. In their speeches in YouTube, well, we don't accept it. What kind of religion and what kind of God he says such a thing? And look, when they say to us that it was 10 times and Allah he made it 5. I mean, don't you see this is something stupid? Why Allah he lowered the dose? If 5 can do, why he did not say 5 from the beginning? Do you see the stupidity? Why it was 10 and then it became 5? Allah is saving electricity? Allah is going green? Either 5 is good, and then there's no need for 10. And don't Allah, he knew what is best? So obviously the best is 5. So why Allah says 10 and then he changed it to 5? What is this? Allah, he noticed later that 10 is too much? What is this? How this can be from God? God, he says 10 times, and then 2 weeks after, God says make it 5. Why? What happened? He thought that Arab women, their breast is bigger, they turn to be smaller, or versus, the opposite. This God, he changed his rules like a cartoon. Look at this guy, just to show you the stupidity of the Abdul. Hey Abdul, do you like to call me and to tell me what you want to say? Abdullah Ibrahim. Yeah, this is the same as what his name, the kid Uthman. He was saying to David Wood, the Bible says the property. The Bible says the property. You stupid. The whole Quran says, Malakat aymanakum. Christian Prince, you are a coward. Bible promotes slavery, yet you speak nothing of it. And just go to the Quran, you fool. You are nothing but a coward. The coward is the one who ran to Ethiopia to hide from his people. His name is Muhammad. He ran to the Christians. He bowed down in front of a Christian king, kissing his shoes, asking him for protection. And when they asked him, what do you think about Isa or Jesus? He said, oh, amazing. After he left, he said, let us kill them. Coward. If we go to the Quran right now and we type the word Malakatul Yamin, we will find almost every chapter in the Quran speaking about the one you own by your hands, the property, who they are, human. And how many slaves your prophet he owned? How many slaves Jesus he owned, and how many slaves Muhammad he owned? 100? 200? You know, when they speak about slavery, this is an example of their deception and lies, when all the Quran is about owning human being. Islam not only promoted, Islam increased the number of slaves. The caliphate, they used to have tens of thousands of women, just for break dancing. They take the best of the women as beauty and they send them to the caliphate palace. Is that your prophet saying? And whatever you own of your right hand, the translation says your hand possess, when the Arabic says you own your right hand. So you see how they lie and they say the Bible promotes slavery. Slavery in the Bible is 7 years maximum, and you offer yourself as a slave. Simply, you offer a service for someone, you owe him money, or you cannot make a living. So you say to him, I want to be your slave for 5 years. In return, you feed me, you feed my family, etc. And you maybe even you pay him. Here, you capture people and you enslave them. Is that your Quran? Where are you, Abdul? The one who said slavery. Is Bilal the slave of your prophet? Is Mary the Copt is the slave of your prophet? How many slaves your prophet he have? As long Muhammad is against slavery, how come he did not free them? The poor Bilal, in Muhammad he died, and still he is seeking freedom. Slave, be obedient to your human masters with fear and trembling and sincere. Okay. Yeah. You see the stupidity here? Slave, be obedient. This is the Christians asking the Christians. Those are Christians. Those slaves are Christians. They are asking them not to be rebellion and not to go violence. This is not promoting slavery, you coward, son of Muta. And your prophet, he copied from the Bible the same. Isn't it he who said, even if he whip your back and steal your money? Your prophet. even if he whip your back, and let me show you the hadith. You have no idea what you are talking about, and you have no idea you are talking to who. Let us show you the hadith, and this is sahih. Where is the hadith? Here we go. You want to laugh? Just to show you the thief Muhammad, he is trying to copy, but he made a very stupid statement, as usual. Read with me and laugh. You will listen to the Emir, your master, and carry out his orders, even if your back is flogged and your wealth is a snatch. You should listen and obey. Do you see it, Abdul? You're so cute, like your prophet. Do you see it? Are you there, Abdul Rahim? Are you there? Even if he beat the hell of you, you have to carry his order. Even if he flog you, you have to carry his order. Even if he steal your wealth, you have to carry his order. Are you there? Don't play dead now. You see those stupid things you can go and say in different place, not with me. I know all the laundry of Muhammad. All your prophet laundry is here. Huh? Slave, okay, I'm showing you, no problem. This is the Christian, asking the Christian not to be rebellion and not to do violent, because if they don't obey, then they will go, bloodshed. Either you kill your master or the master kill you. So this is not about being a slave. This is about not to be violence. Now I'm asking you, what kind of a prophet he ordered you to obey a thief and to obey an unjust person? Even if he beat your back, even if he flog you, and even if he steal your money, still you have to carry his order and obey him. You see how hypocrite they are? The verse in the Bible you mentioned, because we are against violence. We don't want violence. Anything will cause bloodshed is this is a Christian speaking to the Christian. Those slaves are Christians. You see, the verse is not speaking to the master, because obviously he's not Christian. The verse is speaking to the Christians who they are slaves. Be patient. Don't be violent. Here, your prophet is giving you an order. If you disobey this person, you are against Allah. And you have to obey. Coward like your prophet. Don't forget to do breastfeeding for adult. Is that about slaves? Yeah, this is about anything. Anyone is in charge of you. Not only about slaves, even about free. Doesn't matter. Anyone he have authority over you, you have to obey. Even your prophet, he said that if a slave he married without the permission of his master, he is a whore. Is that correct? Or I'm making things up? Any Muslim want to say something? Any Muslim want to say to me, you are a liar? Anyone? Is it true that if a slave he married without permission of his master, in Islam he is a whore? Anyone? I'm waiting for somebody to say something. Can you say something? Anyone? Who wanna call me from the Abdul? Is that true? You guys idol worshippers, a black stone kisser in the shape of a vagina. Look at this, look at this. I mean, the Muslims, they come to us and they say what they do and they put it on us. Can you believe it? Look, they are the one who kiss a black stone in the shape of a vagina, and actually it was a vagina always. And they claim that we worship, look at this, just to show you. Right now he changed the topic. He don't want to talk about slaves no more. Look at this. The black stone kisser, which is in the shape of a vagina, was a vagina always, talking about you guys are worshipping, you are idol worshipper, your God born out of a vagina. Okay, that's wonderful. So if my God is born out of a vagina, how your stupid God, he says he is holy? In chapter 19, verse number 19. Obviously, your God, he believe in a holy vagina then. Because if your stupid God, he say he is holy, huh? That's mean this God, he worship vagina too, based in your logic. Praise be to Allah, the vagina worshipper. Here we go. This is your God, Allah, praising the person who is born of a vagina, saying the gift of a holy son. So what came from the vagina? A holy son. So your stupid God is a holy vagina believer. Now he will change the topic. Do you see how they change the topic? He don't want to talk about slaves now. He want to talk about. Don't forget to do breastfeeding for adult, by the way. And you know, why the Prophet kissed the black stone and a Muslim can tell us? I'm waiting for the answer. It's a challenge. Here we go. I will put my my screen on the chat. Who is the Muslim who will tell me why the Prophet he kissed the black stone? You see, we are assuming now that you are not a pagan and you don't worship idols. I'm waiting for the answer. Why your God, or sorry, your Prophet, he kissed a black stone? I'm waiting. Any Muslim can tell me? Look, the chat is coming. I don't see any Muslim giving an answer. Why Muhammad he kissed a black stone? Anyone? Remember, you are the one who says pagan and etc. Let's see who's the pagan. Why your Prophet he kissed the black stone? Are you Muslims looking for Google? Why I don't see an answer? Here we go. I put it in the chat. I don't see one single Muslim giving the answer. Why your Prophet he kissed the black stone? I mean, this should be a very easy question to answer. Any Muslim can tell us? Let me make the chat slow so I can read it better. It's getting so too fast. Okay, we will make it 30 seconds. Or 20 seconds between two. What's wrong with this? It doesn't allow anything except maximum 1 second maximum. So why it's not allowing me? My numbers are not working. Hold on, cancel. Guys, did any Muslim answer why Muhammad is a black stone? Did anyone answer? I did not see it because I was fixing the speed, chat speed. Okay. I'm still waiting for a Muhammadan. I activated now slow chat so we can read better. So who is the Muslim can tell us why Muhammad kissed the black stone? Okay, you give us the headache, you give it the Hindu headache, that you are not a pagan, you worship only one God. Okay, your Prophet kissed the black stone, why? Why I need to repeat this question 1,000 times? Until now, I don't see the answer. Muhammad Ismail, that's a good question, guys. Look, Muhammad Ismail, he cannot answer the question, so he give us a question. He says, where did a prophet say to worship the stone? Well, by kissing it, he did. Isn't it kissing it is an act of worship? Guys, where the prophet says worship the black stone? Well, he did. And you are following him. All of you Muslims, you go to the Kaaba, you cry in front of it, and you put your head inside it. So I'm asking you, why your prophet, he kissed the black stone? What is the answer? Are you looking for excuse? So all of you are black stone kissers, and yet you go around insulting the Hindus, insulting the Christians, insulting everybody, but nobody is pagan as you are. You kiss black stones, you go around the black stone, and you bend in the front of a black stone. The question is still there. Who's going to answer? Why you're a prophet, he kissed the black stone? And did you say interrupt porn? You are right. Kissing is worship. You worship your wife. If you kiss her, look, this is a smart Muslim. He was scratching his ass and he come with this answer. Look at this answer. I bet you he scratched his ass 10,000 times before he put it there. Look at this. You kiss your wife. Do you worship her? You idiot. Your wife is your wife. Is the black stone the wife of Muhammad? I mean, do you see the stupidity? She's a female. This is sex. This is sexual thing. So are you saying to me that you Muslims, you go and you do masturbate in the front of the black stone? You kiss her? Is that what you are saying now? Are you saying to us that the black stone is a vagina and we are Muslim men, we go and we kiss it? Remember, it is you who compared the black stone to your wife, not me. So what is the connection? The wife is a female and you are a male, so that's very normal. A male kissing a female. Okay, you are a male kissing the black stone. Why? Scratch your bum again and come with better answer. Scratch it harder, but don't bleed like Muhammad. Look at them. We are asking the same question for the last 15 minutes, and not a single Muslim can tell us why they kiss a black stone, and why their prophet kissed the stone, and why they believe it's a holy stone. We went to Muslim website, we asked them, why the prophet kissed the black stone? They said because it's holy, and he took him like 5 minutes to answer. And I said, why it's holy? He said because the prophet kissed it. Look, what the heck? What they are drinking, what they are eating, what kind of hashish? Why you kiss the black? Why the prophet kissed the black stone? Because it's holy. Why it's holy? Because he kissed it. Okay, but before he kissed it, what it was? It's holy. Thank you. Here we go, guys. It is holy, you fool. Finally, this guy, he took him all this time to give us the answer. Thank you very much. So who's the pagan? Who is the pagan? This is exactly what paganism is. A holy stone. So you came to us and you accused us to be pagan. After little investigation, we got you busted, and it turned to be it is you who believe in holy stones and you need to kiss them. And not only that, touching those stones erase your sin. Who is the pagan? A Muslim, big Muslim sheikh in the TV, he said, this is Islam. You kiss a stone. You bow in the front of a stone. You go around the stone and you pray in the direction of a stone. You like it, you don't like it, this is how it is. It's a stone cult. So, it's holy, you fool. Okay. So, the black stone, which is in the shape of a vagina, it is holy. Why? You see, you have to squeeze them to come with an answer. It took me 20 minutes to come with this one. Finally, they gave me something. Okay, now it's holy. Why it's holy? Anyone can tell me why it's holy? And by the way, the black stone is not a black stone. There's no black stone left. There's little tiny stones inside. Look at this. All of this is a fabrication. All of what you see is a fabrication. What is inside this frame is wax. The brown color is a wax. The little dots in black, those are what is left of the black stone. Allah even could not preserve his vagina. What is the black stone you are kissing? There's no black stone. And you know, they are spotting cameras from far because there is many, and there's a policeman next to the black stone, because many they try to steal, and actually already they have little spot missing, and they have found them in Turkey. Even Erdogan here, he is proud about having those stones stolen from here. This is why they don't allow anyone to bring even a little knife with him, because they try to pick it up from the wax. So now what is left over is like 7 little tiny rocks. What is the black stone? You are kissing the wax. And as long the black stone is sent by Allah, how come Allah could not preserve his black stone, the holy stone? So now we have 7 holy stones. Stone worshippers. Potato. And why you made the shape in the shape of a vagina? Because this is supposedly the original shape. The original shape of the black stone, it was made in a vagina. Women, they used to go when they have their period, and they put their hand in their vagina if they are not able to have a child. So they put their hand over their vagina when they have their period, and then they place their hand inside the vagina, which is the black stone. And I can show you the reference from your books. Who is a Muslim wanna challenge me? If I cannot show you what I just said from your books, I will apologize for the coming century. The stone came from heaven? Look at this stupidity. Guys, the stone came from heaven. Well, Adam came from heaven. Satan came from heaven. You stupid idiot. And this is exactly the correct answer. You see, those people, they worship stars. They worship meteor. So the stone came from heaven. Anything came from the sky, they will make it their god. Here we go. Thank you. So now it's a holy because it's a stone fell from the sky. This is a pagan cult exists before Islam, and Muhammad, he adopt whatever that cult teach. If we go in the hadith, we will see what the Arab used to do. Read with me carefully and love. And this is Sahih Hadith. This is Sahih Bukhari. Read and love. We used to worship stones. This is a person exists in the time of Muhammad. And when we find a better stone, then the first one, we would throw the first one and take the later. But if we could not get a stone, then we would collect some earth dirt, which means soil, and bring a sheep and milk the milk over it, and perform tawaf around it. Do you see the tawaf? The tawaf of the Muslim, now they are doing Hajj, is coming from before Islam, from the pagan practice of the Arab, going around stones. What do you think? Did we prove where the stone is coming from? Stone worshippers. And yeah, the stone came from the heaven in the shape of a vagina. Allah, he made it in the shape of a vagina. Allah, he like vagina, what you can say about it? So look at this religion. Breastfeeding for adult, muta, women, she can give her vagina for 3 days, 3 nights. Kissing black stone is holy. Black stone erase your sin. Black stone is going to have eyes. Can you believe it? The black stone is going to have eyes and tongue. Now, the title of our topic today, Allah, a God with 5 fingers. Why I made this title? Because a Muslim, he says, you worship a God, he is a man. You Muslims, your God is not a man, so he's what? Your God is not a man, right? He's what? He have 5 fingers. He have a shin. Let me open a picture of Allah. The last updated pictures of Allah. How Allah look like? The hadith says, and which means Muhammad said, that Allah have 5 fingers. Muslims, why Allah have 5 fingers? You see, my God, he came as a man. If you say God cannot come as a man, then he cannot be God, because God, he can do whatever he wants. So the logic of Muslim that God, he cannot, that means that God cannot be God anyway. Because the second you say to God, you cannot be this or that, you are telling God what he can be. And that will not make him God no more. We call God Almighty because he is a person of might power. So there's nothing can stop him from being whatever he wish. You Muslim, you say God cannot be a man. Okay, no problem. That means your God cannot be God. Secondly, your God cannot be a man, but he have 5 fingers. Why? Let's start with the first limb he have. Why Allah he has 5 fingers? Any Muslim can tell us? You see, everything we have a purpose. When Jesus came to us, God, he took the form of a man. There was a purpose, so he can be with us as a man. So he can speak to us as a man. He humbled himself, so he come as a man. Okay, why Allah, who is not a man, supposedly, he have 5 fingers? Any Muslim can tell us? It's out of God's majesty to come as a man. That's wonderful. Guys, here we go. It's out of God's majesty to come as a man. So if Allah come as a man, he will be like, it's an insult. It's an insult to Allah. That's wonderful. So why Allah have 5 fingers? Isn't this what the man have? It is not insult to Allah to have 5 fingers like me. So Mr. Abdul Rahim, why Allah has 5 fingers? You said it is not out of God's majesty to come as a man. It is out of God's majesty to have 5 fingers. Do your God Allah feel more majestic after getting his 5 fingers and his nails done? Do you see the stupidity? Okay, why Allah he have a foot? Any Muslim can tell us why Allah he has a foot? Is it majestic for Allah to have a foot? Are we going to see Allah joining the football team soon? Any Muslim? Why he have a foot? So notice with me, Allah is not a man, but Allah have a shin, Allah have a foot, Allah have a hand, Allah have two hands, and both of them are on the right side. You have a defect, birth defect. So what is Allah? Who is a Muslim is willing to call me and tell me who is Allah, how he look like, based in what your prophet he said. I don't want to add a single word to what your prophet said. Whatever your prophet said, we will take it. Is that fair, people? Whatever Muhammad said, because Muhammad is the founder, you know, of the new cult of Islam. Islam is just a newborn cult, like, you know, he adopted some from the pagan Arab, and he is a pagan himself, some from the Christians, some from the Jews, some from the Sabians, some from the Hindus. He made a cocktail. So now the God of Islam is a cocktail too. Allah is not a man, but he have 5 fingers. Allah is not a man, but he have a shin. Allah is not a man, but he have a foot. Allah is not a man, but he have a face. Allah is not a man, but he have 2 eyes. Allah is not a man, but he have 2 ears. So what is Allah? Any Muhammadan? You know, the Muhammadan, they go around and they were flagging some videos of their sheikhs. You know, there's some sheikhs, they made videos about Muhammad, about Allah, reporting what their prophet said. All the videos which is describing Allah, I notice Muslims are flagging them. Even those are made by sheikhs. Very shaky sheikh. Yeah, actually, the only one left is the one I downloaded. They flagged the guy, the poor guy, this terrorist, you know, video. They flag him. He's a sheikh. Well, maybe I have to use my video then. It's very funny. You look for Allah have a fingers, you find people giving fingers in videos on YouTube. We don't want that, you know, even though it's connected to the topic. But that's not what you are looking for. Okay, Allah has 5 fingers. See, I have the video in front of me. This is Zakir Naik here. Brother and sister.
Does not know the shortcomings of human beings. He becomes a human being.
Where you get this from? Where it says in the Bible that God do not know how a human being feel. This is Zakir Naik. Explain. Oh, he became a shin, and you know. You see how they lie? I mean, unbelievable. Go, Abdul.
On the face of it, very good logic. Almighty God, so holy, so pure, so pious, does not know the shortcomings of human beings. He becomes a human being.
Where you get this from? Where it says in the Bible that God do not know how a human being feel.
And understand the system, and then he says what is good, what is wrong for the human being.
Ah, okay.
For example, if I make a VCR, a video cassette recorder, do I have to become a video cassette recorder to know?
Man, do I have to come up VCR to know how VCR work? That's a good thing. So why Allah have 5 fingers? Do he have to have 5 fingers to feel how 5 fingers feel? Let us go to the fingers. Hold on. Jibreel. Give me the answer about why Allah he have hands and face. Let us move it a little bit, this stupid thing.
Misunderstand and say, okay, Allah has got hands, Allah has got form, so isn't it going against the argument? The answer is given in Surah Shura, chapter number 42, verse number 11. That Laisa kamithlihi shay. There's nothing.
You look at this answer, nothing like Allah. We get it, nothing like Allah. He's an idiot. He is the only idiot in the village. But this will not solve the problem. Why Allah have hands? Nothing like Allah. We got it. And by the way, this is something you took from the Old Testament, where it says nothing like God. Even this one is a theft. But this is not about hands and foot, you idiot. It's about holiness, about being almighty. Otherwise, everybody have hands. Even lizard have a hand. Have 5 fingers.
Nothing whatever like him.
What does have to do with question? Do Allah have hands or not? Nothing like him, guys. Nothing like him. But he have 2 hands. But we have 2 hands too. You just said nothing like him. He have a face. We have face too. He have a foot. We have foot too. He have 5 fingers. We have 5 fingers too. But nothing like him. Nothing like him, brother. Now the question is, do Allah have hands or not? Give us the answer.
It's like Allah, there's nothing. He hears and he sees. But he doesn't see and hear like you and me. Allah says in the Quran, وَلَمْ يَكُلْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ in Surah Ikhlas, chapter number 112, verse number 4. There's nothing like him. Again in Surah Shura, chapter...
You stupid. This is not what it says, nothing like him. لَيْسَ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ, nothing is equal to him, you donkey. Doesn't say, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Go, continue.
Number 42, verse number 11. There's nothing comparable, anything to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when
nothing comparable to Allah. And then Allah in the Quran says Allah is the same as a light in the niche, same as a tree, same as a burning oil. Do you see the stupidity? The Quran says nothing can be compared to Allah. And then Allah, he compared himself to a tree. Allah himself, he compared himself to a tree. But nothing can be compared to Allah. Allah himself, he compared himself to a niche. But nothing like Allah. Nothing is comparable to Allah. Is it? This is Quran. Allah himself comparing himself to a niche. Read with me to show you the stupidity of this religion. Allah is the light of the heaven. The example of his light is like the niche which is in the lamp, and the lamp is in a glass, and the glass where it's in oil, and the oil is burning and growing. But you just said no, nothing can be compared to Allah. So how Allah compare himself to a lamp, have oil in it, it's burning, and oil coming from a tree? See, those people, they can't be sound like they knew what they are talking about, as long as the audience are a bunch of idiots. Imagine this guy is talking to me. What will happen to him? In a second, we will spank him. Is this Allah comparing himself to a tree, and then to a niche, and then to a lamp, which powered by the fire of it is from oil? And Allah gave example to people, and he is known of all things. So Allah gave an example of his light, but he is light himself, supposedly. Let us go back to Zakura. Okay, Zook. Go, Zook.
When Allah talks about hands, it's not like the hands that we have got, 5 fingers, like this line. Allah...
Not like 5 fingers. Just to show you that this guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Allah have 5 fingers. What this guy is talking about? This guy is a scar. The screen is off. Don't cry. Let me find the video. Allah, brother Thithar, Allah don't have 5 fingers like us, brother. You have a hand, yes, but he don't have 5 fingers like us. Zakir Naik saying so, and all the Abdul are listening, looking to him like he's a scholar, like he know what he's talking about. Come on, Doctor, this is Dr. Zakura. Dr. Zico in the field. Hey, Zico, goal, Zico, he found that Allah have no 5 fingers. It's not like our hand, we have 5 fingers, no? Is it possible that not a single Abdul in between the audience, he noticed that this guy is an idiot and he's saying stupid things? Is it possible? Is it possible that a single Muslim, he know that this is not true? But let me see if I can move it to the point where he speak about the fingers. Remember, he just said, Zakir Naik, we got him busted saying Allah, he didn't have fingers like us, you know. Let us see. Here.
It says that a Jew came to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. A Jew came to who? And he said to him, Ya Muhammad. Look at the way they speak. Ya Muhammad, not Ya Rasulullah. Ya Muhammad. Allah Ta'ala will place all the heavens on a finger. Allah Ta'ala will place all the mountains on a finger. Allah Ta'ala will place all the trees on a finger. Allah Ta'ala will place all of the creation on a finger, and then he will say, I am the king. Upon that,
the king of fingers,
Muhammad Sallam smiled, and to his premolar teeth became visible, and he recited, Ma qadarullah haqqa qadri. They made not a just estimate of Allah such as is due to him. Abdullah, the narrator, said the reason why he smiled is to express his wonder and his belief in what the Jew said. So what does this prove? That Allah has a finger, fingers.
Fingers. I am the king. Fingers. I can finger everyone here. Allah have 5 fingers. Who is like Allah? Nobody like Allah. He have 5 fingers. And Zakir Naik saying to us, one say to us, Allah is not like us, have 5 fingers, like hand, we have hand. Okay, Allah have a hand. But Allah had hand, have 5 fingers? No. That's what he's saying. You see how they lie? But all Muslims believe that Allah have 5 fingers. Allah have foot, Allah have shin, Allah have... What those people are talking about? But we just heard Zakir Naik saying Allah have no fingers. This is me, I was laughing last year. Here we go, he can't breathe no more. Allah have a finger. And nothing like Allah. I mean, we have to admit, nothing like Allah. Allah have 5 fingers. Allah have a foot. But nothing like Allah. Nothing like Allah. So, anyway, Zakir Naik agreed that Allah have a hand, but is it like hand like us? Allahu Alam. At the end of all this garbage, he say how Allah hand look like? Allahu Alam, which Allah knows best.
Then hand. How? Allahu Alam.
Look at this. So supposedly this guy is giving us the explanation. Allah, after all this speech, which was like an hour, the conclusion, Allah have hands? How his hand look like? Allahu Alam. Hey, brothers and sisters, Zakir Naik, he just opened a new classroom to join and gain knowledge. The classroom name is Allahu Alam. So from the end to the beginning, don't waste your time. Arrive at the end of the class, because at the end he will say to you, Allahu Alam. So Muslims, Allah is not a man, but he have 5 fingers. Why? Allah is not a man, but he have a foot. Why? Who want to help us? It's a genuine question. Your God is not a man. Okay, no problem. We got it. Why he have a feature of this guy? Because everything you said to us is here. Is that Allah? No one look like Allah. Find me one person in this earth look like this guy. That's number one. Allah have 5 fingers. We got that. Allah have a foot. This guy, he have 2 foot. By the way, Muslims, Allah have 2 foot or 1. because the hadith says a foot. There is nowhere mentioned that he have 2 foot. So your God will become like a yo-yo. He will be jumping over 1 foot, like boing, boing, boing. He's a jumper, not walker. Do he walk or he jump? So when they throw at us their stupidity, and they say, how you worship, how you believe that God became a man? Or look at your God. Your God is not a spirit, by the way. Many Christians, they think Allah have a spirit. Allah is not a spirit. Al-Lah. Al is a word meaning God. Lah is the name of their God. And he is the moon God, obviously. But those Abdul, they just copy the name. They don't even know they are worshipping who. That's why you ask the Muslim. Like yesterday, we have a Muslim, he called me, and we asked him, he said, Allah. I said, what Allah mean? He don't know. He said, Allah mean God. What? Allah mean God? No. There's a word for God in Arabic. I thought Allah is a name. Is it a name or it's a word mean God? If Allah is a word mean God, then you Muslim should say, there's no Allah but Allah. But they don't say that. You say there's no God but Allah. So obviously that word is not a name, not a word mean God, it's a name. Do we have any Abdul? And I find this topic very important for Christians, because the major accusation the Muslim they throw at you, that how you worship a person who is supposedly God and man in the same time. But what makes Jesus God is not being a man or not a man. Let us say Jesus did not come as a man, but he was an evil person. That will not make him God. What makes Jesus as God for us, that he can do what God can do, not because he said, I am God only. And the Muslim, they say to you, if you turn the whole Bible, you will not find one place, Jesus said, I'm God worship me. And we can find you tons of places. Isn't it Jesus, he says? What do you say of Christ to the Jews? They said he is a son of David. Jesus said to them, well, if he is a son of David, then how David called him God, Lord in the spirit? How David, and he is a king. David is not just a guy. David is a king. He is one of the highest, the highest kings of his, like the number 1 king in their history. So how David the king, the majestic king, the victorious king, how he called Jesus God? That's what Jesus said. Very simple verse in the Bible.
You from prostrating to what I have created with my 2 hands. So this is what Allah described himself. Allah says in Surah Al-Qalam that on the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. وَيُكْشَفُ عَنْ سَاقٍ وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ.
Always I wanted to see the leg of Allah, to be honest with you. It's my dream to open the TV one day and I see the leg of Allah. If you like to see the leg of Allah and you are interested, please subscribe to our channel and we are going to send a petition to Allah so he can show us his leg. Remember, Allah is not like anyone, so his leg will not be like anything. It's going to be different kind of leg. Brother, when you see the leg of Allah, you will go crazy. Beautiful leg. The most sexy, hexy leg. When you see the leg of Allah, Allah will show his leg. Why? Okay, we get it. Allah have a leg. Now Allah is going to show the Muslim his leg. Why? Maybe this is his face. Maybe his face is there.
وَيُكْشَفُ عَنْ سَاقٍ وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ. And they are called to prostrate, and everyone prostrates except the hypocrites. وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ. And they are lift and show his leg. Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. Judgment. Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. Judgment. Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg. Judgment. Allah Azza wa Jal would uplift and show his leg.
Sorry guys, this was a commercial break for a show. It's coming soon. It's called Allah Will Show Up His Leg. Join the show. The attend for the show is really cheap. You know, you pay only 2 socks for Allah, and then you can join the show and Allah will show you his leg. Any Muslim can tell us, okay, we got it now. Allah have a leg. Why Allah has a leg? And why Allah want to show the Muslims his leg? Anyone? See how stupid this religion? Allah have hands, Allah have shin, Allah have leg, and Allah is going to do striptease. Continue.
Leg. وَيُكْشَفُ عَنْ سَاقٍ وَيُدْعَوْنَ إِلَى السُّجُودِ. And they are called to prostrate, and everyone prostrates except the hypocrites. All the believers would prostrate.
So you hypocrite, you will not prostrate to the leg of Allah. Look like you are not convinced with the leg of Allah. All the believers, they will prostrate. Oh no, no, Allah will make their back unable to prostrate. They want to prostrate, but that's it, they cannot. Too late now.
And the hypocrites will try to prostrate, and their back goes one piece, and they will be thrown into hell. Allah tells us about himself subhanahu wa ta'ala that he has an eye. The Prophet tells us that Allah Azza wa Jal has fingers. When he says, "Oh Allah, the hearts are between 2 of your fingers, you flip them as you wish. Oh Allah, make my heart steadfast on your religion," and so on. These attributes.
Okay, guys, he said Allah have eyes, right? And the Muslim, when they make comment, they say that let me see if I can find the comment. Hold on, it's in there actually, you can see it. The guy, he said how you worship a man, etc. You can read it in the previous video. But if we go in the hadith, you will see Muhammad is confirming that Allah is a man. The hadith confirm that Allah is a man, and he is short, and he is fat. I know that this word fat, nobody like it maybe, but it's just description of a body, so what, who care? Be happy with yourself, you are fat or not. So Muhammad, he described how Allah look like, and this is a very authentic hadith. As you see, it says Sahih. The Prophet said, "I have told you so much about the Dajjal." Dajjal, supposedly a person who will come and claim to be the true Messiah. So even Muhammad, the fraud, he tried to use that story in his pocket, you know, in order to get more, you know, fool to believe in him. Here we go, I believe in the Antichrist, but the fact there's no Antichrist there. This is a person who is claiming to be the Messiah, and he is Satan. But look what this person is. The person is a human, and he have the look of Jesus, and he will do miracles of Jesus. Even he will cut a man 2 pieces by his sword, and he will put him together in a second. And we can show you that in the hadith too. But here the topic is how Allah look like. Read carefully and see how Muhammad, he uncover the look of Allah for us. I told you so much about the Dajjal. Dajjal mean in Arabic the liar, that I am afraid that you may not understand. Here you notice Muhammad, how stupid he is. He is agreeing that he speak too much, but nobody still understand him. He told them too much, too much, too much, yet he's afraid that they might not understand. Why? Because his talk is rubbish. The Antichrist is a short, hinted, woolly hair, one-eyed and eye-sightless, and neither protruding nor deep-seated. If you are confusing about him, know that your Lord is not one-eyed. Do you see what happened? So what the difference between this person and Allah is one eye. And Muhammad is afraid that the Muslim, they will think that he is Allah. So Muhammad is giving them a sign to recognize which one is Allah. Remember, this person is claiming to be the Messiah. Correct? He is the Christ, in Arabic, Al-Masih al-Dajjal. This is a false translation here when they say to you Antichrist. Al-Masih al-Dajjal mean the false Christ, the liar Christ. So this person, he is coming as a man. This is number one. Number two, he's supposed to look like Christ. That's number two. Number three, Muhammad is afraid that the Muslim, they might be confused between him and Allah. And now Muhammad is giving them a clear evidence to know who is Allah and who is the false Messiah. The false Messiah, he is one eye. He's an eye sightless, one eye sightless. He's one-eyed. Allah is not. Which means Muhammad, he said, that Allah look exactly like the Messiah. Because remember, this guy is coming to claim to be what? To claim to be the Messiah. Do you understand what I'm saying? This story should be saying, instead, look, when he said, know that your Lord, if the Lord here meant Allah, that is stupid, because this person claiming to be the Messiah. Correct? So Muhammad here, obviously, when he meant your Lord, he's speaking about the Messiah then. The Muslim, they will say, no, this is about Allah. Okay, wonderful, great. That's mean that Allah is saying that the look of the Messiah, the true Messiah, is exactly the same as the look of Allah then. And the only difference between the false Messiah and the true Lord, look, is one eye. I mean, how clear we can make it? Do you see it? Do you see it? So Muhammad, he is like a talking machine, a disposal machine. Garbage in, garbage out. The more he talk, the more he get himself busted. I challenge any Muslim to tell me why Muhammad is worried that he might go so worried. Why he went so worried? That he's afraid that the Muslim, they will think that Allah is the false Messiah. If the false Messiah is a man anyway. And if Allah is not a man anyway. So why the Muslim now, they need an eye to know? Do you see the stupidity of this story? If Allah is not a man, then we should not be worried if Muslims or Muslims think that this guy is Allah. Are we getting the point? People? Are we getting the point? If Allah is not a man anyway, and nothing like Allah, okay, we got it. So why Muhammad is worried that those Muslims, they will think Allah is the false Messiah? Read carefully. That I am afraid that you may not understand. The Antichrist is short. And so Allah is short. Allah is really here. The only difference between him and Allah, and the false Messiah is the one eye. This story to be more making sense if he said, you should know that the Messiah is not one eye, correct? Even Muslims, they have to agree with me. He should say, you should know that the false Messiah, he don't look like the real Messiah. The real Messiah is not one eye. Then the story makes sense. Because this person is coming to replace the Messiah. He's a liar. He has a power of Satan. He can do miracles. He can cut a human being two pieces, put him together in a second, according to Muhammad. He can order the ground to bring gold and silver, and the ground will do. So this story can only make sense only if Muhammad says, you should know that your Lord Jesus, is not one-eyed. Because we should be comparing between the false Messiah and the true Messiah. So why Muhammad comparing between the false Messiah and Allah, unless the false Messiah is trying to hijack the true God Jesus identity? Do you understand? So this is a very clear evidence that Allah is a man, but he have no spirit. He's a dead man. Many Christians do not know that Allah has no spirit and he is not a spirit. And even Muslims do not know. Actually, Muslims, they learned that from me first time. You see those potatoes? All of them, they have no idea who is their God. How many times Muslims, they call me live on air, and I remember like a guy from Morocco, he's 50 years old, and he is supposed to go to the mosque every day to pray. And then he said to me, who said to you that Allah is not a spirit? I said, then he went to Prophet Google, peace be upon him, and he came and he apologized. Donkey. 50 years old, worshipping a God, he do not know even the nature of his God. Do we have any Muslim is willing to call me to respond about this topic? Do we have any Muslim would like to call me to respond about this topic? Mayday. Who is a Muslim is so strong and powerful and he have answers? Anyone? You see, I'm not using Skype for long, but I will make exception because for some reason Paltalk is not working with somebody or everybody. Any Muslim? Anyone? I open Skype as an exception. Anyone? The shin worshippers, black stone kissers, and yet they claim that we are pagan and they are not. Your God Allah is a physical being, and not only that, Allah, he changed his shape. Now who is the Christ and who is the Antichrist? The Messiah, the Christ. You see here in the Hadith, you see in the translation, they say to you the Antichrist. This is a false translation. In Islam, there is nothing called Antichrist. This is a false translation. In Arabic here it says Masihud Dajjal. Masihud Dajjal. Even in language is wrong. You should say Al-Masihud Dajjal, not Masihud Dajjal. إن مسيح الدجال رجل قصير أفحج جعد أعور مطموس العين, etc. So the liar Messiah, which means the fake Messiah, in the translation they put for you Antichrist. So the Antichrist does not exist. In Islam there is nothing called Antichrist. They are trying to copy a phrase from our Bible or word and put it there. It's not exist in Islam. Dajjal in Arabic means the false or liar, fraud. So this is a person who will claim to be the Messiah and he is not the Messiah. And Muhammad is afraid that the Muslim, they will think that he is Allah. And how he gave them the sign to describe how he looked like and how Allah looked like, the only difference between them is the eye. there's tons of stories Muhammad he mentioned about the false Messiah. Muhammad he used to seek refuge by Allah from a few things that are the most scary. I seek refuge by Allah from the punishment of the grave. Because remember, a Jewish woman, she said to him that there is a punishment in the grave. And Muhammad later he adds some spices to it, that there is 99 dragons will go inside your anus. This is why the Muslim Sunni, they put a big piece of clothing or cotton inside the anus of a dead man, because they don't want the dragon to go inside him. So I seek refuge in you from the punishment of the grave, from the punishment of the hellfire, and from the trade of life and death, and from the evil of trial of the false Messiah. Do you see the false Messiah? Here the translation is accurate. The false Messiah. All right? Here is a false translation. They say Antichrist. According to Muhammad, the false Messiah will occupy the whole world, but he will not be able to enter the city of Medina. All those fiction stories, look, all of this is based on the Messiah. The false Messiah is a person who have an eye, and his right eye is like a grapefruit. It's coming out. It's a swollen grape. Here, the story gets more complicated with more stupid things. Mention that the Messiah at Dajjal is in the front of the people saying Allah is not one-eyed, while the Messiah at Dajjal is blind in the right eye. Do you see it? So isn't it clear? Compare. Is it like how we can make it more clear? Allah and the Messiah, or the false Messiah, they look exactly the same. Muhammad, he focused only in one thing: the right eye of the false Messiah. This is the only difference between him and Allah. And again, this is Sahih al-Bukhari. Let us give you the link so the admin can save it. Any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan would like to call me? Look how Muhammad is so scared of the false Messiah. I seek refuge by Allah from the turpulation of Al-Masih al-Dajjal, the false Messiah. Can you believe it? How much he is afraid? He add this in every single prayer he say. Do you see it? And here, when the Muslim, they put for us the word Antichrist, did you ask yourself why Shaitan is Antichrist, not anti-Muhammad? Anyone knows why the Muslim talking about the true Messiah and false Messiah and talking about the Antichrist? And this is Shaitan. Why Shaitan is not anti-Muhammad? Why Shaitan is not anti-Allah? But Shaitan is Antichrist. Who is the one Shaitan is challenging, guys? Satan, he challenged who? He challenged the Prophet? No. He is challenging God, correct? Satan is opposing God, not man. Man is his victim. Do you agree? Man is a victim of the lies of Satan. But Satan, he challenged God. So Satan in Islam, even in the stupid religion of Islam, he is Antichrist, not anti-Muhammad. Why Christ is the enemy of Satan and Satan is the enemy of Christ, not Muhammad? Why Satan did not say I am the anti-Muhammad? Because Muhammad is evil. And and the living God is Jesus. Muhammad is dead. Satan, he cannot be his enemy forever, even if he claimed to be good. But Jesus is alive. So here this is a present again that we Christians, we are following the true person, which even Satan himself, he chose to be the Antichrist to him. Do you see how powerful the name of Christ? Do you see it? Look how this perverted man Muhammad, he kept talking about the Christ and the Antichrist non-stop. This guy, he spent his life making stories up about Jesus and the enemy of Jesus. But yet they don't believe in Jesus. And he claimed, even Muhammad, that Allah, he promised him to have sex with Mary. God forgive me for saying that. Can you believe it, how filthy this man is? And the Muslim, they say to you, oh, in Islam we respect Jesus. Muhammad, you respect Jesus? Never. Muhammad, he used the name of Jesus so he can fool you. Do we have any Muslim? Last call. Last call before we go. Any Muslim would like to call me? I open Skype exceptionally so we can get a caller. This is what they do. They call me once, never again. They know what's going to happen. Yeah, you know, sorry guys for those who say hello, God bless you. I apologize. You know, I focus on the topic. I really appreciate your words. Like George from the Philippines saying things, I don't know. Many people, they say, hello, Christian Prince. I really apologize if I don't answer you, but don't think I'm ignoring you. But, you know, my head is in this filthy topic. And by the way, those who they were asking about the last month I was in vacation, I wasn't really exactly, I wish it was a vacation as a vacation only. Like to be a vacation is good, right? But I did many seminars in the last month. And actually, one of the seminars I did, it was the majority, they were African from Nigeria and from Ghana and from other African countries. And those African, they could not believe what they hear. Actually, I did a seminar for them, this group alone, 2 days, for many hours. So it wasn't really what people think, like I'm not, you know, I'm maybe taking vacation, you know. It was really a great time, and it was a great opportunity to see and to meet new people from, you know, their background is from coming from different countries, etc. Great opportunity. And you should see those you know, those brothers, the African, they were dying laughing. I mean, almost they fell on the floor. You should see their faces. Yeah. Yeah, I gave them 2 days. Actually, I did more than one. I mean, I did seminars in different locations. But those guys, I gave them 2 days because I went first day and they said they want more. Then I went the second day, they said, we want more. I said, well, Emily, you know, I cannot really do it. Sorry. You know, that's it. 2 days is enough for you. All right? Thank you, Ben. Yeah. But, you know, like it was really fun. But in the beginning, because they don't know who I am, you know, they don't know I'm Christian Prince, by the way. They are invited for a seminar, and nobody told them that I'm a Christian Prince. They did not know I am a Christian Prince until I left. When you see their faces, and they are seeing things for the first time. It's like, you know, like somebody who, you know, he was like in a very hot weather, and you put him suddenly in ice, or the opposite. They could not believe. One of them, I said to him, who of you think like Islam is a good religion? A person, he is a very nice person, and I think he is from Nigeria too. He said, I like the morality of Islam. The morality. I said, like what? He said, like respect. And I don't know if he's listening here or not. I said, okay, well, sooner or later we will find out about the morality. I will not forget what you said. So every like 30, 50 minutes, I say to him, do you see the morality? The guy, he wished he can disappear because he said that. I said, do you see the morality? So the morality of Islam. This is what he told me. You see how Christians can be deceived? Morality of Islam. What is the morality of Islam? Is it moral to have 4 wives? You see, the Muslim, they say to you, do you know how many wives David have? Who said to you David was doing a moral thing when he did that? David, he prayed for God, asking for forgiveness. God, he condemned David for all the bad things he did. Who said that he was doing good things? Is it moral to go to the house of your son and flirt with the wife when the husband is not there? Is it moral to have sex with the children? Is it moral to praise the thieves and to condemn the victim? Is it moral to promise your followers long penis, big vagina, big boobs? Is it moral to make slavery even exist in heaven, where you have millions of little boys supposedly serving you only and they will not bleed? Is that moral? Many of us Christians, we've been told false information about this false man. One of the biggest false information they tell you even in our churches, that Muhammad is from Ishmael. Where those churches are getting this from? If you hear your priest saying that Muhammad is from Ishmael, ask him please, for the sake of God, where we can find this reference in the Bible. He will say to you, the God, he says, I will make his nation a great nation. What does have to do with Muslims or even the Arab? Show me where the Arab are from Ishmael. Even in the stupid books of Muhammad, it says that Ishmael, he learned Arabic at the age of 14. So how he can be the father of the Arab? But this is what you hear in your churches. Ishmael, he married from an Egyptian woman. When his mother, she left, she took her son, and his mother, she took him with her, and she married him to an Egyptian woman. So how the Egyptian man, or the son of Abraham, who is half Egyptian, half Aramaic, who married an Egyptian woman, his sons are Arab. This is telling you that those priests who teach in churches, sadly, they are uneducated. And they copy-paste. Somebody said to them one day that the Arab are from Ishmael. And since then, everybody copy-paste. Who can post for us Genesis 21:21? Can somebody post it for us? Let me look for it. Hold on. Sometimes it's hard to believe that somebody is a priest and he does not know what he is talking about. This is Genesis chapter 21. And you can read it from verse number 1 if you want, for the sake of education. You know? The story is here. And then when you go down all the way, you will see that his mother, she married him a wife from the land of Egypt. Is your priest blind? Is he a fool? Or he's just a copy-paste like the Abdul? Obviously, he is a copy-paste like the Abdul. They have no idea what they are talking about. Egypt is in Africa, and at that time the Arab, they were not occupying Egypt. But what you can say, ignorance is in control of everything in this earth. I hope you people, you can save this reference for, you know, for in the future. So if somebody says to you this false information, shut him up. So what are you talking about? We have a clear evidence from the Bible that this is absolutely false. Atra, I want to call. Atra, are you a Muslim, my friend? Where is Atra? Are you a Muslim? Well, I close the Skype right now, you know. I'm here already for an hour and 38 minutes. So look what we discover in this in our today's study, that Muslims are mushrikeen. Mushrikeen, which means that's people who they associate somebody with the name of the God. They associate Muhammad with their God. They associate a black stone with their God. They associate Kaaba with their God. Even Muhammad, he claimed that touching stones can erase your sin. Touching stones. So Islam not only a pagan cult based on stones and kissing stones. Even stones erase your sin. Islam is a ritual pagan cult. If you remember, there's a verse in the Quran. It's speaking about something called As-Safa and Al-Marwa. Chapter 2, verse number 158. You can go right now and read even the Islamic interpretation, and they will tell you that Safa and Al-Marwa was the shrine of the pagan. There was two idols, one for a male and one for a female, who those idols supposedly have sex inside the Kaaba. And the Arab, they used to go between them. One of the tribes who joined Muhammad in Islam, they told Muhammad they want to keep this. We are not going to leave it. The other Muslim, they don't want it because this is just a pagan, supposedly, and we should not follow it. Muhammad, because he's a false prophet, he said to them, the following verse Allah he gave me, behold, the Safa and Marwa are among the symbol of Allah. So if those who visit the house in the season or other time should compose them round, there is no sin on them. Look at this. There's no sin to do this. You go with the interpretation, you will find exactly what I said to you. It is the shrine of the pagan before Islam of a woman and a man. And Muhammad, he continued what it was before him. The black stone was before him. The Kaaba was before him. and Safa and Marwa was a pagan before him. Do you remember the Quran speaking about the 3 daughters of Allah? Anyone remember the story? Does the Quran deny that God of Islam have 3 daughters? Look what the Quran is saying, proving to us that the one is talking there, it cannot be God. Have you seen Lat and Al-Uzza? What do you mean seen them? Seen them where? And the other one, the third one, the Manat, the goddess. Look what this God, he says, huh? For you the male and for me the female. So Allah complained that he have 3 daughters and the Arab they have boys. Look at this. Look at this stupid logic. And then we find that Muhammad, in the stories of Muslims, he sent a person, his name is Khalid, to kill the daughter of Allah. Let me find it in English, or maybe the admin can find it, maybe Philip can find it. Phil. It's called the expedition of Khalid al-Walid to kill Al-Uzza. So, Allah, Prophet, he sent one of his men to kill the daughter of Allah. But do you know what happened here, guys? Do you know what happened when Muhammad, he sent his man? Here we go. Thank you, admin, for posting it. Maybe we can open it in better website. This website here, the other one, Al-Ilm, have better, bigger text. It's going wrong here. Hold on. Yeah. Anyway, so he sent this man to kill the daughter of Allah. But if Muhammad he killed the daughter of Allah, that means Allah have a daughter. Yeah, this website doesn't take you to the verse exactly. You have to flip one by one. Let us see. This is from 18, 19, 17. Okay, let us go then to 20. (19 to 26). All right. Here we go. See this website, let me post it for you because here the text is bigger. Especially for me, I want to post it on the screen. The other website doesn't show really. It's a small text. Here, this website. Here you will see that Allah Prophet, supposedly Muhammad, he sent his man in a mission. And the mission is to kill the daughter of Allah. Read carefully. When the Messenger of Allah conquered Mecca, he sent Khalid ibn Walid to the area of Nakhla, where the idol of Al-Uzza was created on tree. Until now it says what? Idol. 3 trees in the forest. There's a forest there, that's good. Okay. Khalid cut the 3 trees and he approached the house built around it and he destroyed it. And he went back to the Prophet and he informed him of what he did, the story. Muhammad, he said to him, go back, you did nothing yet. So, which means the mission is not accomplished. So go back, Muhammad said, your mission for you have not finished. Khalid, he went back, and when he arrived to that area, he saw the servant of Al-Uzza. Who? The servant of Al-Uzza. They saw him. They started invoking by calling Al-Uzza, their god. When Khalid, he approached it, he found a naked woman whose hair was untidy and who was throwing sand on her head. Khalid, he killed her with the sword, and he went back to the messenger, who he said to him, read carefully, that was Al-Uzza. Can you believe it? So Muhammad confirmed that Allah have daughters, and this is the daughter of Allah. And Muhammad, he killed the daughter of Allah. Any Muslim ever comment? So, do Allah have 3 daughters or not? The story here confirms, yes, Allah have 3 daughters, and this woman is living forever. It's killed only by Muhammad's soldier. I remember Muslims, they say we don't kill women, right? They killed even the daughter of Allah. Any Muslim? How you can kill the daughter of Allah if she doesn't exist? Any Muslim? And the daughter of Allah, obviously she's African. She have a curly hair, or maybe dark skin. And Muhammad, he decided to kill the daughter of Allah. But how we can kill the daughter of Allah if Allah have no daughters? CP coward for not debating Atra. Who is Atra? Where is Atra? Hey, Atra, you want to call me? Where is this guy Atra? Is he here? We open our Skype for 40 minutes. Nobody texts us. Are you there, Mr. Atra? If you are there, give me one, please. I will open Skype for you. It might be the ultimate fart, you know, this guy, because you spank them, they come back again. You know, those people, they are like, you know gambling? Those who do the gambling, they lose. They go back to the casino so they can play more and get back what they lost. That's why those who call me before, they call me again because they want to get their honor back. Okay, Afra. His name is Afra. Okay, let me open Skype just for Afra. Okay, give me a second. Okay, Afra, please text me in Skype and I will call you immediately. I don't see you in the chat, but wherever you are. We welcome all Abduls to call. Well, Afra, he did not even text me. So how I'm going to debate me, Afra? Why you don't text me? My Skype is open. You want to text me? You want to debate me only by changing me in the chat, but you will not let me call you? So this is the last warning for you. I will give you 5 minutes to text me in Skype, so I will call you. Otherwise, I will send you free shipping and hand it into Allah. Yeah, they call me, and this is what happened. They got, you know, they got humiliated, and then the only way for them to get back revenge. Let me, you know, like, you know, what happened to them is like, I don't want to give you an example which is offending to many, but what happened to them is like somebody, he called and they throw garbage in him. And then he want to seek revenge. So he decided to call again to wash the garbage from his head. And then he called me and he say, you Christians, you are full of lies. Like what happened to Osama Abdullah, remember him? I said, really? Are you saying the one who have lies is dirty? He said, yes, absolutely. Then I showed him the hadith about his prophet is full of lies. Suddenly the lies became holy. A second ago, we are full of lies. A second after, the one who have lies is a good person. Other Muslim, he called me, says, you Christians are dirty. We Muslim, we take shower 5 times a day. I said, is it okay to take shower with dead dogs? What do you think about dogs? Dirty, dogs, disgusting, dirty, yeah, you know. I said, what about somebody take shower with dead dogs and women blood from period? Use it as shampoo. He said, disgusting, yuck, what are you talking about, filthy, huh? Then I showed him his prophet taking shower with dead dogs and women blood from period and even garbage. The second I showed him that, you can imagine what happened. This is where your prophet used to take a shower. Obviously your prophet is mentally ill person. I do not need to prove it. And this is mentioned in every single Islamic book. And this is Sahih. Here we go. It says Sahih. Look, in Arabic it says Sahih. In English it doesn't show. It is Sahih. Muhammad, he always jump and dump himself inside water, have dead dogs, women blood from period, and garbage. And even the Muslim, they say stinking things. Look, look, this is not my translation. Stinking things thrown in it. They asked him, Prophet, how you do that? He said, the water is always pure. So this is what happened to them when they call me. Hussein Sharif argues, stop, try to get attention. My friend, I do not need to get attention. Here we go. I have 1,354, including the dump you. So if you know I am seeking attention, why you are here, Sharif? You must be dumb to come here and to listen to this. And yet you cannot call me to defend your prophet. Where is your dignity? Where is your honor? Why you don't stand up against Christian Prince and call him and show everybody that he's lying? Is it me who is seeking attention, or your prophet who says, pray on me? Allah and his angels pray on me. He's the center of the world. Superstar Muhammad. When Muhammad he speak about his penis, is he seeking attention or sexual attention? Why we have tons of stories about the power of the penis of the prophet? What does this have to do with the prophethood? Why Muhammad, Allah, he sent him a dish of shish kebab, he ate it, he got the power of 40 men. And how Muhammad, he measured his power? Did Muhammad have a race of sex in his time? And there was like 40 men doing boom boom and he beat them all? How you get the number 40 to the power of the penis of your prophet seeking attention? Is that a true story, Mr. Hussein Sharif? Is it a true story that your God, Prophet Muhammad, he was the most weak person between mankind in boom boom, which means his private part will not stand up even for the anthem? And then he invoked Allah, and then he sent him a dish of shish kebab. And then the Prophet, he ate it, and the funny Fatima, she ate it too. I don't know what happened to her too. She might get so horny too. And then he got the power of 40 men. Is that a true story? Or he's seeking attention? And then we find that his wife Aisha is saying that the Prophet, he imagined himself having sex. In fact, he did not. So where is the power of 40 men? Why are you Muslims #1 buyers for Viagra? Go and invoke Allah. He will send you a dish of food. The first Viagra in history of mankind is the Viagra of Allah. Have you ever heard of a God? He go to his kitchen to fix the penis of his prophet. Isn't it you Muslim? You say if Allah wants something, he say be is going to be. Why he need to make shish kebab? Do Allah have a kitchen? Did he put spice? Was it beef or lamb or pork? Can we get the recipe? Give a link to Lamo, Atra. You stupid, what link? We are posting all the links we have in the screen. This guy, why it's difficult to give the link to Lamo? Why it's difficult to give the link? We stupid, what link? You call me in Skype, you donkey. Get out of here. Why it's difficult to keep the link? So all the link we are posting, you cannot, and why you need the link? You can type the same hadith in the screen in your website, you idiot donkey. Why you don't give the link to Atra? And now Atra, after he get the link, he will become a hero. Let your Atra call me and let us see how good he is. And here we go. This is the link. You want the link, Abu? Here we go. This is the link. Why he don't give the link to Atra? So what we are posting for the last 2 hours? We were posting zucchini here. Okay, now you have the link. How you can answer this? Why you don't give the link to Atra? I suppose that this guy Atra, he have 3 balls, like Prophet Muhammad. Muhammad have 3 balls, by the way. 3 of them, they were broken, because his balls are not made from gorilla grass. All of you, you can debate me after I hang up. I go live for 2 hours, 3 hours. We can debate him only face to face. The coward is hiding behind his computer. Look, you stupid idiot. You are behind the computer too. Why? What face to face? Cowards. Excuse. I challenge you to follow the steps of the Prophet. Here you go. Your Prophet, he jump in the water, have dead dogs, women of blood from period, and that is his shampoo. Why you don't make a shampoo mix? Women of blood, plus a stinking garbage. Huh? Dead dogs. We mix them together. We make them in shampoo and we send them to Dubai. What do you think the price will be? Sunni shampoo. Halal shampoo. Prove me that this is haram. This is what your Prophet used to do. And your Prophet says water is always pure. Nothing make it impure. So why you put filter and you go buy drink from this is the sewage. The sewage is even cleaner. Why you don't practice the shampoo of Muhammad? And where is this guy, Atra? Hey, Atra, where are you, man? My Skype is open for you, just for you. Where are you? We have a lot of shampoo for you. Halal shampoo. Look, this religion have halal breastfeeding for adult. They have halal muta. And not only that, actually, I should make a video about al-misyar. Al-misyar marriage now is #1 marriage in Saudi Arabia. I should make a video about it by itself. Where, you know, they are saying like, brother, dating is haram in Islam, brother. So I will date a Muslim girl and we agree to have boom boom in the hotel according to Allah teaching. We make a contract of marriage, brother. It's called misyar, which means easy. She don't live with me, I don't live with her. We meet in the hotel according to the time we agree. We do boom boom and bye bye. Can you believe it? This is religion. And supposedly now they are not doing fornication and they are not breaking the teaching of Allah. Who wanna say to me I'm a liar? Who is a Muslim wanna say to me I'm lying? Is it true that this is what you do in Saudi Arabia, and this is #1 sexual contract practice now in Saudi Arabia. Even men who they are married, they are doing it. We have a person, his name is a free relationship. Let me show you this genius here. This is an atheist. You know, I like, by the way, I like atheists. But the problem, the city did not approve me to grow any of them in my backyard. They said you can only go to the zoo if you like to see them. You stupid idiot atheist. Your belief is a religion too. Religion is a group of people believe in one thing, and atheism is no different. So you are a person who believe that you one day you used to be a frog, second day you became a mosquito, the day after you became a chicken, and then you became a monkey, and then you became Joe Biden, created by the thing. So you are a religion. This is #1. #2, you are a person who follow fiction like Islam. Big Bang, there's a proof of it. It's a theory. And even the stupid Big Bang says that there's energy explode, but they can't explain where this energy coming from. And how nothing can come from, how something can come from nothing. They can't explain. And why you cannot do Big Bang today? They made a machine in Europe, cost them billions of dollars, and they could not make a mosquito. So your head is a Big Bang stupid idiot. While Muslims, they try to convince us that the Jews used to be human became monkeys, you try to convince us that monkeys used to be human. Oh, sorry. Human became coming from monkeys. Yeah. You are stupid like them. They are not different. You follow a racist person, his name is Darwin, who captured a human being. He is an African. He put him in the cage, imagine, to prove that he is the origin of monkeys. Can you believe how filthy this Darwin is? And you filthy, you put this person in school teaching you. You put his name in every book. And then you claim that you are anti-racism and you take statues of people. How come you don't take the name of Darwin? Because you are a hypocrite. You have the name of Darwin in every single book. And he's your favorite. But I cannot find more racist than this filthy Darwin. So if you think you are smarter than those who believe in religion, you stupid, you are a believer in religion. And you are more dummy. Actually, once I debated an atheist, I lost right away. He asked me a question I could not, I wasn't expecting, by the way. He's so smart. He said, do you like banana? I said, yes. He said, see? I prove you now to be a monkey. This is the logic of the atheist. If you like banana, you are a monkey. Okay. So if you like banana, you are a monkey. That's a very good logic. Okay. Do you like meat? Hey, atheist, do you like meat? Are you vegetarian or you like meat? The atheist, the guy, free relationship. Are you there? Do you like meat? Or you are vegetarian? Okay, disappear now. He will not talk anymore. That's it. He put his tail between his legs. He thinks the atheists are safe from me. Doesn't matter for me. Both of you are stupid. You are an atheist or following Muhammad. It's the same garbage. All of you follow fictions. Big Bang. Actually, the Muslims, they adopt the Big Bang thinking that the Big Bang is a true story. It is what Muslims do. Muhammad, he is the first person who adopt. Muhammad, he heard that Zulqarnain found the sun set in murky water. Muhammad, he adopted the theory. He make it true. He said he found it sitting in murky water. Atheist and Muslim, they share many things. They might look like opposite, but they are not. An imaginary link. I see. What business? Get out of here, Atra. We gave you a chance to talk. You're a potato. Give a link of what, you idiot donkey? We're posting links non-stop. The admin posting links. And here we go. Imaginary link. He used it. Imaginary link. Imaginary what? It is imaginary link. Well, as long as you are talking about imaginary link, let me show you your prophet imagining himself having sex. Remember, you are the one who mentioned imaginary link. Even the sex of your prophet was imaginary. No witness. And he was imagining having sex. Read it. Your prophet, once he was bewitched and he began to imagine that he had done a thing. Like what? Like what? Read carefully. Sex. And let me give you the link. This is not imaginary link. This is real link. Here we go. I'm posting it. Huh? It's in the chat now. The prophet continued for such and such period, imagining that he had slept, between two brackets, had sexual relationship, to translate to you, to different language, boom boom, with his wives. And in fact, he did not. Are you there, Mr. Imaginary Link? As long you are against imaginary, well, how you follow Muhammad, the imaginary prophet? Even his sex was imaginary. What do you think? Any Muhammadan? And if Muhammad he see imaginary stuff, including his sex, how we can trust him that he is not imagining an angel? How many Quran Muhammad he received when he was imagining? Did you take your mark yet? What does that mean? Any Muslim have an answer? Please don't say stupid things for me in the chat, otherwise I will block you. I have no time for stupid things. The prophet, he is imagining things, and the Muslims agree. How he can be a prophet then? Any Muslim have an idea? That's mean hearing voices was imaginary. And that explain why in chapter 1 in the Quran, Muhammad he hear voices when he was doing poo-poo, and only when he is doing poo-poo. And then when he hear the voice, he flee. He run away. Read carefully. This is not me. This is not my website. This is the official government website of the Kingdom of Jordan. Whenever the prophet he went out, which means to the bathroom, Baraza, he used to hear someone calling him. He used to hear what? Look, this God, he sent his angel only when Muhammad is grabbing his stuff. So he go out to the bathroom, he hear someone calling him, oh Muhammad. And whenever he heard this, he used to flee. Do you see it? Hey Muslim, do you see it? Why Muhammad he flee? Any Muslim can tell us. Why Muhammad he run away? What happened? If Muhammad was receiving messages already from the angel, and this is not the first time, so why he is running away? So Muhammad now he go outside, he took off his panty, he sat down to do poo-poo. Prophet Muhammad sitting down and he is doing poo-poo. He hear a voice coming from the sky. The voice to him, "Oh Muhammad." Muhammad, he did not even wipe his ass and he start running. Why? Any Muslim can tell us why he's running? Is it me who is saying this? Read it. Whenever the Prophet he went out, he used to hear someone calling him. And what Muhammad he do? He run away. Then his real father, Waraq ibn Nawfal, that's why I say Waraq is his real father, he said to him, "Why you run away, you idiot? Next time you hear the sound, wait and see what he want to say to you. Read carefully." Waraq ibn Nawfal advised him to remain in his place when the caller called him, so that he hear what he has to tell him. How come Allah did not inspire him to stay? The poor angel come coming down every day. He say, "Oh Muhammad," like this guy is like a CD, he's stuck. "Oh Muhammad, Muhammad Iran." Come second day, "Oh Muhammad, Muhammad Iran. Oh Muhammad, Muhammad Iran." Is that a drama? This is a drama made by Atheist TV. Any Muslim? Any comment? Yeah. Ultimate fault is back. You see, this is what happened. They get spanked and they come back. We have you recorded, you idiot. At the end you agree that lillah, lillah. Everybody get you idiot. Donkey. We have you recorded, it's there. I challenge you to cut the video, the part where you speaking, or load the whole video there in your channel. Let everybody laugh. Do we have any Abdul? Why Muhammad he run when he hear the voice? Especially we learn that supposedly he heard the angel many times before. Did the angel change his voice? Did Jibril maybe have cold and Muhammad could not recognize him? What's happening? Any Muslim? All right. Well, I think we are done for today, and sadly no Muslim there to call us today. They are just a bunch. They have big mouth, but in reality, when we give them a chance to call us, look what happened. And the funny about Muslims, the person who don't speak Arabic, he want to teach you grammar. And the person who speak Arabic, he don't dare to call me. Did you notice? A person who do not know how to read one word in the Quran, he want to teach you how Arabic work. And then after 5 minutes or 10 minutes, actually we can go to the video just for fun, just hold on. Just to make ultimate fault happy, hold on. It's like a commercial break for me. All right, let us see. Okay, ultimate fault he called. Okay, here. Why it is a problem? Why it's a problem for you to tell me who is Allah? Just tell me and we continue. Who's Allah?
Allah is God.
Okay,
the one and only God.
Okay, who is Allah? I did not. Allah is God, guys. Who is Allah? Allah is God. That's deep. You cannot debate a Muslim. We have to be honest. Who is Allah? Allah is God. Okay, I answered you. What's wrong with you? Okay, who is Allah? Allah is God. Who is Allah? The person Allah. We know his job. I did not ask you what he do. Who is Allah? I did not ask you if he is God or not. I said, who is Allah? Who is Allah?
I said, who is Allah? I said, Allah is the one and only God. Allah is.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so Allah is God. This is not the question. Who is Allah?
So, because you don't understand English, if you said, who is God? Or who is Allah? I said, Allah is. So I'm answering.
Okay.
Who is? I said,
okay.
Who is?
So how? Okay, you are an expert in Arabic, as I know, and you are genius.
Listen.
So as long Allah is God, so how come His name changed in verse number 2 in the Quran? If Allah is God, who is La? Who is La? Yeah, you can speak. I'm not talking. Who is La? In verse number 2. In verse number 2. Notice now the whole argument he will say to me, you are wrong. He is not La. It says Li Allah. Notice all this argument now. He will say, no, it's not La. It is Li Allah. The name of your the God name, the God name changed, became La. Who is La? Who is La?
Yeah, Al-Ilah. They don't like Al-Ilah.
Al-Ilah. Al-Ilah.
Allah is the only Ilah. Only Ilah.
Okay, but this is not the question. It says Alhamdulillah. La. Who is La?
Alhamdulillah. It's like Li Allah. Lillah.
Okay. No, it doesn't say Alhamdulillah Allah, because you cannot say that, you know. It says, are you correct? Are you changing the Quran? The Quran says Alhamdulillah. Lillah. Who is La?
No. La.
Okay.
Lillah.
Where it says Lillah? Where it says that? Where it says that? Show me. Here we go. Read the verse.
Li. If you say Al-Ilah, or like
Abdul, you said Alhamdulillah. Where it says Lillah? Where? Show me.
Li Allah.
Where it says where it says Li Allah. You see here, it says Lillah, right? This is correct actually. But he is saying Li Allah. You know, I was repeating what he's saying, but I should say where it says Li Allah. Now he correct. So he said Li Allah. In the Arabic verse, it says Lillah, Lillah. So he's trying to say, no, it's not La, it is Allah. Allah, show me.
It's got in every language.
No, here. The verse in front of us, ultimate. You see, the reason I accept you to call me because you need comedy. Now, you are the one who mentioned that you know, right? Okay. I'm asking you, can you please show me the word? Here we go. The word in front of us, it says Alhamdulillah. Where is Allah? Don't call me bro. You are a potato. Hey, are you sleeping naked in your bed as you do in your videos? Now answer me. Where is Lillah? You said Alhamdulillah Allah. Where it says that? Show me. Listen, either you show me or you are going to just to talk to yourself.
You want to debate the Quran alone?
Okay.
What's the problem?
This is Quran alone. This is Quran alone. You don't want the hadith because the hadith will make him shish kebab right away. So he thought like if we speak about the Quran only, he's safe. Not mention to your hadith anything.
That one book is called the Bible.
Listen, don't change topic. Don't change topic. You said, I asked you who is Allah. You said he is the God. Okay. Now we have a new God in the second verse. It says Alhamdulillah. Who is La? Who is La?
I said, who are you to say that you don't debate the Quran alone, people? Because that's the only thing you got is the hadith, right?
Well,
because the Quran, you can do nothing about the Quran.
Okay.
If I'm a Muslim,
why you are changing the topic? Why you are changing the topic? We did not mention any. We did not mention any hadith now. Don't change the topic. Abdul, you are a potato. Here we go. So you are in the corner. Now you want to change the topic. Where is Li Allah? Where it says in the verse Alhamdulillah Allah? Abdul, stop changing the topic.
I started speaking. You cut me off. I was gonna ask you.
I don't want to cut you off. Okay, you said Alhamdulillah Allah. Where is Allah?
Alhamdulillah.
Lillah. Okay, let us type it in the screen, me and you together. Hold on. Let us type it in. Hold on. Let us type it in the screen so everybody can see what you just said. Alhamdulillah. Here we go. Li. All right.
Allah.
Lah. Lah.
Alhamdulillah. Like al-ilah. Go to chapter.
Don't add things is not in the verse. Is it in the verse or not? Give me what the verse saying. Give me what the verse saying. What the verse saying? What the verse saying? Does it say Alhamdulillah Allah or Alhamdulillah?
Now, can you shut up and let me explain that?
You don't need to explain. Just tell me first. Does it say Lillah or no?
Now, Li al. Can I explain though?
Okay, can you show me the L? What is the L? He just said Li L. Did you hear it? 2 minutes after, he will say Lila. He said no, it's Li L.
Can I explain?
Where? Show me. Here we go. Where it says L. Here we go. Here.
Let me explain.
Everybody, don't explain, you idiot, you donkey. What to explain? It's in the front of us. Here, the L is in the front of us. Allah. You see, there's Alif. Here, there's no Alif. Alhamdulillah. So, are you going to? Where is the Alif?
It's called the yatus. Every time two vowels meet, it's like you say an elephant. You don't say elephant. You say the
okay.
Elephant.
So you are saying to me that this is because the letter is not the original of Allah name, so we can take it off, correct?
You don't say N boy.
Okay, no, hold on. So you are saying this is the letter can be taken off because it's not part of the name. So
now listen to me.
You just admitted that this is not part of the name, so we can take it off.
You cannot say elephant.
Yeah, no. You cannot say because it's not part of the name, you idiot. So listen, you are saying to me now that the L is not part of the name. You just admitted that the L, so the L is not part of the name, so we can take it off, correct?
It is part of the name.
So how you can take it off? Okay. What is the first letter to Muhammad? What is the first letter? What is the first letter in the name of Muhammad? What is the first letter of the name of Muhammad? Is it M? Can you take the M off? Can you take the first letter of the name of Muhammad off?
Muhammad is not God.
Doesn't matter. It's a name. So you can take a letter from the name of God, but you cannot take it from the name of a man?
Listen. Listen to me. There is so many ilahs. If you say this, listen. One and only.
Ultimate. Do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?
You see, I said, you're changing against subject.
Listen,
do you speak Arabic?
Okay, so how a person who don't speak Arabic is teaching us the grammar of the Arabic?
Stay on a topic. Stop running away.
So now you became expert in Arabic, but you do not know how to read Arabic. So Abdul, you call me for what reason, Abdul? Potato. So you worship Allah, and you are the one who said that you follow Quran only, correct?
Can we talk about...
You are the one who said you follow Quran only, correct?
That's the subject.
I'm not changing subject. You cannot read it. Here we go. Does it say Lillah? And we agreed that we took the first letter off.
I was listening. He's chickening. I swear to God, shame on you. Every 1,400 people watching you, running away like a little baby.
I'm running away? Okay, you are the one who said we take it off.
Now, can you take 2 minutes? 2 minutes.
You said you took it off. Isn't it you who said the first letter we took it off, or me? Did you say we took it off?
No, 2 minutes.
Did you say? Chicken, listen. Did you say we took it off? Yes or no? Did you say we took off? Did you say we took off the letter, the first letter? Did you say that?
I said 2 minutes. We agree on 2 minutes. 10
hours. Now, did you say? Did you say we took off the first letter? Yes or no?
I will answer if you accept the principle of 2 minutes.
Just get lost, coward, son of Mutah. See, our God is Allah. Who is Allah? He is God. Okay, how his name changed in the second verse? Alhamdulillah. So Allah is not the God. You lied. So now all this fight, he is denying that the word is lah. We call him again, he agree. Can you believe it? I mean, it's not only their God is immature, not only their prophet is an immature, he married children, even those who defend him, they forgot what just said. So all this part, until I hang up on him, because I lost my patience. All this part, he is denying that the word lah is lah there. There's no lah, it's Allah. He denied. The second part, I call him back, he agree. Listen carefully and laugh. And now we ask him, how this is this appear? He says, do you say an elephant or an elephant? But elephant is still elephant. You don't take the letter off. You take a letter off if it's not part of the name. Very simple. What is the first letter of Muhammad? He said M. He said, do you take it off? He says, no, Muhammad is a person, not God. So you can take it from the name of God, but you cannot take it from the name of a man? Obviously, you can take it because it's not part of the word. So Abdul, I will call you again, and everybody is waiting for you to give us the answer. How you can take a letter from the name of Allah, unless his name is not Allah. Let me call you again. I'm calling you, by the way, just because we need entertainment, nothing much. 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. You do not need 2 minutes. You are a hero. You can destroy me in a second, man. What are you talking about? He's not answering. Abdul, answer, come on.
What? Somebody asked you to call it?
Okay, so now we agree, me and you, that there's letters in the name of Allah, we can take them off.
Somebody asked you to call me back because you're ashamed? Because you ran away?
So do we agree, me and you, that there's a letter in the name of Allah, we can take them off? Did we agree, me and you, that there's letters in the name of Allah, we can take them off? Yes or no?
I said 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Abdul, I will give you 2 minutes, just no problem.
2 minutes, 2 minutes.
But
do you agree?
But you answer the question. You see, I get 2 minutes, right? He's asking for 2 minutes. But when Muslims, they ask for time, supposedly they waste their time and they say nothing. But look how this fool, he said, he agreed. He asked for 2 minutes. I gave him 2 minutes. He agreed with me. Listen. You promise?
I said, I answer every question and then I ask a question.
Okay, so do you promise me if you go out of the question, of the topic?
You agree on 2. You're the one that went out of the question. Every fucking
the question is, I will give you the question. 2 minutes for you. I promise. Here we go. Did you say that you agreed that you take the first letter of Allah's name? How you can do that? Go ahead.
I didn't ask you. I said, in every language, there's something that 2 minutes. If you cut me off, you're a donkey. In every language you go, when 2 vowels meet, you gotta take 1 vowel off. If you say in French, like you say le enfant, L-E is the enfant is a boy, a baby, or a boy, E-N-F-A-N-T. But you cannot say le enfant. You gotta take the E off of the le. You put a apostrophe in there and say l'enfant. You cannot say elephant. No. A and E cannot meet. You say an elephant. N. We put an N out there.
Okay.
In Arabic, it's the same. If we say al-ilah, al-ilah becomes Allah, the God. Allah means al-ilah. Bismillah, Biribbin Nasi, Malikin Nasi, Ilahin Nasi. 3rd verse of chapter 114. Pull it out.
Okay.
So if you say Alhamdu, Li, Allah. Li is already a vowel. Allah. Li Allah cannot be. You can Lillah. You can say Li Allah. You say Alhamdu, Li Allah, Lillah. So you take the E off. So you put Lillah.
See this stupid? So all this argument that it's not lah, He agree. So all this shouting, all this fighting, give me 2 minutes. He agree that it is lah. Do you see the stupidity? So after all this fight, he agree with me. That's why they say, the Chinese, they say he left as a donkey, never come back as a horse.
Alhamdulillah. In every language, we got that. You are being a dummy talking like that. Everybody speaks Spanish, everybody speaks German, everybody speaks English.
Okay, it's already 3 minutes. Can I talk?
And alibi for you.
Can I talk? It's my time. It's my time.
What? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, you just agreed with me. So you donkey. You are shouting at me for the last hour, saying it doesn't say that, it says li Allah, and now you just said li lah. So all this is stupid talk to tell me, okay, the name there is lah. You see how stupid you are? So you were shouting at me, saying it doesn't say that, CP. It is li Allah. I said to you, no, it says li lah. And now you agree, it says li lah. So who is the donkey here? And now in the top of that, you just say, you just said that. You see, you said 2 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me, right? You stupid either. Come on. Yeah. So listen, let me talk. I give you 2 minutes. Let me talk.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So now the name of Allah is Lillah. You just agreed that you cannot put in the front of elephant, you cannot put in the front of a boy. Just shut up. And you are the one who says Lillah. Who is lah? Now it is your turn. Who is lah? Who is lah?
Lillah means if you cannot put 2 vowels, meaning you can take one.
You cannot 2 vowels. That means it's a vowel. It's not a letter then. That means it's not part of the name, you idiot. See the stupidity? This is what happens when you get an idiot. He thinks he's smart. So it is lah. And now if we go right now and search God lah, God lah, is the moon god. So the Muslims, they say that those, like even there's some Christians who they are false Christians, like James White. They say to you that no, the moon god is not Allah. That's because he's a donkey. False Christian. If we search right now in Google, God lah, what we will find? Type it yourself from your side. God lah. This is not a fiction. This is history. This is you can buy history books. This is not written by Christians, or this is history. Have nothing to do with Christianity. Have nothing to do with any of this. God lah is the moon god. He is the lunar deity. That is the true name of the god of non-Muslims. This is where the Arabs stole the name of their god. And they agree. Lah. This is not an Arabic word. This is why, you know, when you ask the Muslims who is Allah, they don't know anything about him. All they know that this is a God. But where is the word coming from? They don't know. Who is the first one who used that word? They don't know. Because simply this is the word. You know, like here they say to you in Wikipedia that Arab Christian speaking people, they use that word. This is true because they are under the occupation of the Muslims. But Allah is not our God. The same as the Christians who live in Indonesia. The same as the Christian who live in Malaysia. The one is controlled by Muslims. And even some of the site we are showing on the screen, some of them even is against Christianity. It's nothing to do with Christianity. So it's not like written by Christians. Obviously the God of Islam is, you know, here if you ask Shabir Ali, is Allah the moon god? Shabir Ali will say no to you, no. The Quran says don't worship the moon, but the moon god is not the moon. The moon god is the one who controlled the moon. There's the sun god and there's the moon god. The sun god is the one who controls the sun, and the moon god is the one who controls the moon. La. This is why when Muhammad, when he said to his cousin, he asked him to worship the God of the stars. There's a chapter in the Quran, it's called the chapter of An-Najm, which means the star. An-Najm, chapter 53. In that chapter, you will see that Muhammad, he told his cousin he should worship the God of the star. And you will see that Allah, he swear by that by star when a star can come down. Why Allah swear by the star come down? That is in a connection of the legend, or let us say the pagan worshipping of those stars, the Sabian. That's why in the Quran Muhammad, he promised the Sabian to go to heaven. But Sabian are people who worship stars. So when Muhammad, he says to his cousin, worship the star, he said to him, I don't want to worship the stars. Muhammad, he said to him, aren't you afraid that Allah will send his dog to eat you? Suddenly Allah has a dog. This is coming from the old legends of the Sabian, that their God, he can send his dogs to eat those who don't obey him, who disobey him. This is Tafsir al-Tabari. And maybe we can find it in English. Hold on, let us see. No. I tried to find it here in English. It says not exist. So here in Tafsir al-Tabari, it says that when Muhammad, he said to his cousin, to worship the God of the star, he said to him, I don't want to worship the God of the star. So he said to him, aren't you afraid that Allah, he will send his dog to eat you? Translate that page into English. Read with me. You can search for the word dog. You know, aren't you afraid that the dog of Allah will eat you? Read it. Aren't you afraid that Allah dog will eat you? And then the cousin, he went to Yemen, and then he heard the sound of a lion, but this is the dog of Allah voice. And the dog of Allah dragged him and he ate him. True story. Do you see it? So this is a God who have dogs, and he sent his dogs upon anyone who disobey. Let me send you the link. You can use Google translation from your side to translate the page, in case you don't believe me. And this is official Islamic website. Right? Arab Christian, they call God Yahweh. Well, Arab Christians, you see, first of all, our God does not have a name. Yahweh is not a name. Yahweh is mean I am who I am. So it's not a name. Elohim is not a name. Adonai is not a name. So we don't have a name. The only name we know for God is the Messiah. Otherwise, because God, he humbled himself, so there's a name for him in the humble form. God in his glory, the way he is, there's no name can describe him. Very simple. So for us, we don't care for a name actually. We care for the meaning. So when Moses, he said to God, what I will tell my people? Who are you? He said, I am who I am, which means the one is exists by myself. It's not a name. But for those who don't speak the language, they think that Yahweh, it's a name. But it's not. Changing topic now. Ask him to come with evidence from Arabic grammar. I do not need Arabic grammar. Your Quran taking the letter L from the name. You cannot take the letter AL from the name unless it is not part of the name. Very simple. Bring Arabic grammar. The Quran in front of us. The Quran take letters from the name of your God. Can you take letters from name? No. You can take letters if they are additional. So if the name of Jesus is Jesus, you cannot take the G out. You cannot. If the name of the Messiah is the Messiah, you can take that off, like here in Arabic, Al-Masih. So we can take AL off because it is not part of the name. The name is Messiah. So if anything attached to it, we can take it off. Why? Because it's not part of the name. You do not need to be genius. I don't need to prove you're an idiot. Who are you? You're a potato. When you ask me to prove you wrong, you should say something first. Get lost. Prove me. This is what happens when you have a bunch of kids. This is one of the disadvantage of YouTube. You got the smart and you got the idiot. You want to prove me wrong, you call me and challenge me. Live on air, let everybody hear you. Not in chat, keep repeating yourself. I challenge you, I challenge you. Challenge me in what? Did you even make the challenge? Don't get married. Your wife, she will dump you second day. The first smart person, she meet him, the waiter. He come to serve some coffee, she will take him over you. She look at her husband. She see how stupid he is. A person sitting at the table keeps saying to the guy in the stage, I challenge you, I challenge you. Challenge me in what? Prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Prove me what? Did you say anything? This is a Muslim. He is giving us one of the names of Allah. This is how smart they are. They cannot debate me. Look what they say. Listen to this. This is a Muslim now, is getting me supposedly refuted. This person, he was saying the name of Allah a second ago. Look what come from his mouth. The same mouth, which is very normal. Allah and those words, they come from the same mouth. Very normal. But can they really debate me? I'm willing to open now my Skype again, even though it's getting late for me. If any Muslim is willing to call me. If there is anyone? Your God name is not Allah, it is La. A-L is a word meaning God. And this is coming from the old Aramaic and the old Hebrew. Even in the old Hebrew, Israel was not Israel, was Israel. Ishmael was Ishmael. Mikael was Mikael. No problem. My face is like the Dajjal. No problem. How about your ass? Shall I show you what will happen to your ass according to Allah? Allah, he said in the Quran that he will insert in your ass a chain in the size, each piece of it, which means each ring of it, is in the size of all the iron in the world. Why Allah, he concentrated too much in the ass of the Muslims and the ass of non-believers? Your God is the ass God. Have you ever heard of a God he want to punish the anus? Even his punishment is sexual. Anus? Why in the anus? Why Allah want to insert in your anus? Anyone? Is that your Quran? Look at the fast translation. Then fasten him with a chain, wherefore the length of is 70 cubits. Is that really what it says? Let us go to the tafsir. This is a chapter. Even the look, this is a miracle. We have to admit. Look at this. The chapter number is 69, and the verse is about ass. What Allah will do to the ass and the anus? Huh? Let us go to Ibn Kathir and see. Okay, 69:32. This is not a Christian prince saying that. This is you. 69. Alhamdulillah. All right. This is Ibn Kathir. 32. And you will see your prophet, he explained to us, Alhamdulillah, brother, that Allah will bring a big chain and he will insert it in your anus. And each ring of this chain is bigger than all the iron in the world. How big is your anus? Fasten him with the chain, wherefore the length of it is 70 cubit. Ka'b al-Ahbar said, every ring of it will be equal to the entire amount of iron around the world. Al-Wafi reported that Ibn Abbas from Ibn Jurayj, both they said, each cubit will be four-arm length of an angel. Look how big it is. Ibn Jurayj reported from Ibn Abbas saying, فَأَسْلِكُوا, then fasten him. It will be entered into his buttocks. Hey Abdul, are you there? Who is a Muslim? He is a specialist in buttocks. This is a god? Or this is a movie, or like terror horror movie, you know. He will put you, he will insert a chain in your buttocks. Where is that exactly, buttocks? If there's any Muslim sheikh, he will go in camera and explain to us how Allah will put the chain in the buttocks. How big the buttocks? I mean, how big the chain? How big your anus? And look here, it says, and he will pull it out from his mouth. So Allah will insert the chain in your anus and he will take it from your mouth. This is the God torture? Or this is a sex movie of somebody perverted? My mouse is so close to, I don't know why the sound, this microphone collects all kind of noise. Thank God, you know, Shaitan is not here, otherwise he will be farting every second. Because remember, the Prophet said, each time you say the name of Allah, Shaitan fart. This is your religion? This is God? God now is focusing in the anus of somebody disobey him? In the anus? So he will put the chain inside your anus and he would take it from your mouth, and then he would take it from your where? He would take it from your nose. And he will not be able to stand in his feet. Look at this, is stupid. I mean, if every ring of it is equal to all the iron in the world, I mean, how much iron we have in the world? All of this will go inside a person's anus. Each ring. So imagine how many rings now. What is this? True story. Allah don't lie, Allah telling the truth. And then he says, if a drop of lead like this, and he pointed to the skull bone, when we're sent from heaven to the earth, and its distance of 500 years travel, because Muhammad, he said to them, the distance between every sky, there's 7 skies, the distance between each one of them is 500 years. It would reach the earth before night. Here we go, we can calculate now the speed and the distance of the heaven. Do we have any Muslim want to say to me I'm lying? As you see, I'm showing you everything. It's on the screen. And this is your Ibn Kathir. The anus God. Allah will go after your anus. You don't believe in him? Your anus at risk. Secure your anus and believe in Allah. This is the message. You want your anus to be safe? Believe in Allah. And not only that, Muhammad, he went so far and he said that a Muslim, when he die, Allah, he will send him a dragon. The dragon have 99 heads, every head have seven heads. And he will go inside his anus. Muslims, is that true? This is why, you know, when somebody die, the Muslim Sunni specifically, they insert a big piece of cloth or cotton inside his anus. If you remember the Pakistani guy who made a video about the punishment of the grave, you remember him? It was hilarious, if you remember. So he was saying to you, if you read Quran, that protect your anus. If you read Quran, that reading will protect your anus from the dragon who will go inside your anus. And the dragon, he have 90 head, and each head have 9 or 7 head, depending on the story. Let me try to find you the reference. Hold on. Okay. I found the hadith. I'm trying to find a link in English, but anyway, I found it in Arabic. We can translate the Arabic. Let us go here, translate to English. Okay. Narrated from the Prophet, blah, 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 blah. Okay. There's that Allah, He will send on the believer a 99, you know, this is one dragon actually, not 99 dragons. One dragon have 99 head, and then he have 7 head for each head. Let us see here different one. Okay, so that 99 dragons will be placed over the infidel in his grave, which will gnaw at him and stain him until hour is established. And if the dragon from it blew into earth, would not grow green. This is how poison is poison too. In translation is not really accurate, but what we can do, you know. Yeah. So you are in the grave now, and there's a dragon playing with your anus. Yeah, all these garbage stories. Islam is, my friend, Islam is all true, you know. And you know, you can say this is metaphorical, because as I say, describing about really dragon, it's not like metaphorical dragon. It's something living, alive, and it's a creature. It's have description, and it's going to bite, you know. Yeah. See here, let us see why the word seven head. I want to see 7. You see, here we go. Do you know that the dragon is 70? Translation here. Yeah, the dragon is 70 snake. In the same time, he is 70 snake. So this dragon have 70 head here in this hadith, and every head have every snake have 7 heads. So the dragon is 70 snake, one dragon. So they have one body, then they have branches of 70 snake. Then every snake have 7 heads. All right, and they will be sitting on the dead body of the human who did not obey Allah, and they will be biting him, scratching him, playing with his anus until the judgment day. True story. I mean, who can deny that, you know? You cannot deny this. I mean, it must be true. We have to be honest here. All those things are true stories. Right? Let me see if I can find this one in English. Yeah, here we go. I found this one in English. Hold on. Here, this one, they are saying this one is da'if. The one we found in English, it says da'if. Anyway, this is Islam, what you can do. It's a stupid cult full of stupid stories. And you have to be an idiot to believe in it. Yeah. So anyway, do we have any Muslim want to say anything? Please, if you are a Muslim and you have a sheikh and you want to refute me, you are more than welcome. And trust me, I will speak to you nicely. You see, I'm rude with the one who's rude with me. Speak to me nicely. Like yesterday, we have this guy, Qasim. He called me. I spoke to him very nice, correct? The coward, after he hung up with me, he starts calling me names in the comment section. Go and see. So you speak to me nicely, I speak to you nicely. I will call you my friend. I will speak to you nicely, kindly. Don't be rude, otherwise I will give you a shower you deserve. As simple as that. Be nice, we are nice to you. You want to be rude? You think you can intimidate us by being rude? That will not work with me. I will whip the floor with your face. With no mercy. So speak nice to us, we will be nicer to you. You are welcome here to debate. We don't want to fight. We are not here to fight. We are here to see the truth. The truth will set you free. Prove me wrong. There is no need for your madness. All right? So I want to say thank you guys for being here. I hope we have a good time together today. Don't forget to download my videos, share them to your friends, and you can cut them pieces based on the topic we mentioned. Like now we mentioned that 99 dragons. You can cut this part and make it a video by itself to avoid long videos. Whatever topic you see it's interesting, you can cut it pieces and make it a video by itself. So I want to say thank you guys for being here. I got to go. The room I'm sitting in is really hot. I have no air conditioning in it, and I am really like, I feel like I'm being cooked, literally. And the fan is doing no use. This is why I should not stay long here. So I want to say thank you. May the Lord bless you. And until we see you soon again, Christ is Lord, Islam is false. And we prove that every day. And please, invite your Muslim friends. And please, if you are a Muslim, make videos against me. Don't hesitate. But don't hesitate in the same time to come and call me. So people, they can see how truthful in your videos you are. Because anyone can speak to himself. But if you refuse to debate me and to get me busted, that means you are not truthful. I'm willing to take you. I'm willing to speak to you. So why you will not do it? Simply, only if you are not honest and you know you are no match with your lies, you will not do it. If you think you are truthful, if you think you are not lying, if you think I am the one is lying, then you should be calling me. So you can show everybody that this person is lying, or he at least is wrong in the best scenario. If you don't do it, it means you are afraid, you are intimidated, because you have no knowledge, you are fake, and you are lying about what I said. Because you are not willing to do what you should do. Call the person, get him busted live on air. So instead of one person see your comment in the chat, call him, see that 1,500 people or 800 people, they see that he's lying. right in his face, and then nobody will listen to me. Just do it. Show us how brave you are. Thank you. God bless you, and see you soon again. Take care. Bye-bye.